Alright. Let's get this over with. G'day ladies and gents and all you mongrels over at my Discord. Welcome to Panzer Medals. I've been getting bugged about this shit for 3 years at this point, so let's go back to the original theme. Although it's just as bad. Yeah, you gotta take a look at this. We have save, load, hide message just takes us back to the menu. Skip just takes us back to the menu. Return to title menu gives us a pop-up that takes us longer to take us back to the main menu. And that's it. That's all the options you have. Also, I cannot get this to run in any kind of full screen, so you'll just have to deal with seeing my desktop in the background. So, yeah. 3 years of bugging me. I don't want to ever hear about this again, alright? Only the dead have seen the ed of war. I can feel my spine starting to cringe its way out of my back already. Anyways, for those of you who have no idea what's going on, I've been getting bugged to play this for about 3 years. It's an anime dating simulator where the schoolgirls think they're tanks, or are meant to be tanks, or I don't even friggin' know. You better appreciate this, by the way, because I feel like I'm playing an April Fool's joke on myself at this point. Anyways, I really should have written down the address. Well, you should have probably known it if you're supposed to be going to school and this is your first day. Generally, you would have all this kind of stuff already pre-organized. Take a look at this background here too. Actually, take a look at all the backgrounds as you go through. You'll notice one thing with all of them. None of them are actually artworks. I'll skip through all this crap. What they are is they're stock photos taken off the internet. I'm not sure if they're paid for or whether or not they were just picked up. And they've been run through Photoshop with a like an oil filter, like oil painting filter ran over the top of them. And that's it. That's all the artistic effort that's been put into this game. I mean, if you look over here where the cars are, you can see how it sort of distorts from the oil painting. It warps, the oil painting filter warps background. And if you look at the follow straight lines along the rails or on the sides of the buildings, you'll see a little bit of warping in certain points. That's the oil painting filter. I actually used to use this filter. So maybe a mechanic would know where a tankery school is. Well, you would kind of want to think so, wouldn't you? Same thing with this background too. Look in the back corner. Anyways, you make your way to the garage, smell oil, blah, 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 blah. Only thing lighting the room is the morning sunlight. At least the characters appear to be actually drawn. Although, the spelling could be better. Vehicles. The jacket is covered in motor oil and stains. Of course it is. What are you doing here? She asked sternly. Army base with the tank school. She suddenly smiles. Of course she does. No army bases around here though. But the tank school you question before she cuts you off again. Oh, we've got one of those. The tanks are real sweet girls. I did some work on Panzer IV last week. She's adorable. Alright. Yeah, I'm a little confused by that statement as well. She's supposed to be a tank, but she's also a girl. And you did some work on her. What the fuck did you do? She ignores you and continues on with her sentence. Yeah, you're in a hurry. Just go a few more streets. The tank school is the big white building. You can't miss it, she says with a laugh. You nod and thank her quickly before leaving for the school. Which is, of course, another piece of art filter. This actually looks like it may have been a drawing at some point that's had that water filter, the oil painting filter put over the front of it, and at least some Photoshop touches. The large tank school sign on the front wall. Well, I guess this is it, you say to yourself before you make your way inside. God, these things are so wordy and there is so little effort put into this. Beyond the tank school sign, nothing in the place looks like it's run by military at all. Of course it doesn't. It's supposed to look like a Japanese high school. Remember that mechanic was pulling my leg. You keep walking down the hallway before stopping to peer into a classroom through the open door. And hey, check out the back of the room where the printer is. That is clearly another oil painting filter. These guys had no imagination when they were designing this. It looks like a normal Japanese classroom, desks arranged into neat rows, and nothing about the room that would lead you to believe that this place has anything to do with the military. Well, of course not. I just can't get over how low effort this is. What the hell have I gotten myself into? You mutter to yourself. Well, this is room 2C. That's what it said on the paper. This must be it, I guess. You open the door. Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, you're late for class, Maggot. A tall man dressed in a Marine drill sergeant uniform shouts at you before you even halfway through the door. I'm sorry, sir. You don't sorry, sir, me, Maggot. I work for a living. Oh, yeah, just copy Full Metal Jacket. Gunnery Sergeant, I mean. Have you forgotten how to dress a senior non-commissioned officer, Maggot? Sergeant, this recruit is sorry for being late, but this recruit was lost and had to ask for directions, Sergeant. The sergeant opens his mouth to shout again. The classroom door opens. And here come the girls, or the tanks, or whatever they are. And this is apparently M4 Sherman. Couldn't find my armoured skirts this morning. You mongrels better be happy that I'm playing this. No excuses, Sherman. Take your seat. That means you too, recruit, he says, looking back at you. Class, Sherman and our new recruit are volunteering for cleaning detail this afternoon. Senpai. 2 afternoons. Aye, Sergeant, best job I ever had. Best job I ever had, the rest of the class replies in unison. The writing in this. You and Sherman take your seats at the back of the class, and the drill sergeant continues with the lesson. After a few minutes of listening to him lecture on fire support doctrine, you hear a whisper to your right. Psst, new guy. What's your name? Owen, you whisper back. What are you doing here at tank school? That's what I want to know. I'm supposed to be studying tank warfare at an officer's academy, but all of you are dressed like high schoolers. Yes. Well, duh, we're tanks. Alright, so clearly Erwin can tell that these look like high schoolers. So high schoolers clearly look like high schoolers. So how do you tell the difference between a tank and a high schooler in this universe? Yeah, but I thought it was a tank school, like normal. I knew there was going to be nothing normal about this the second I looked at it. No, it's a tank school for tanks. That makes absolutely no sense. Well, hey, at least there's somebody in this universe that does. Cut the chatter back there, recruits. Don't worry, I'll introduce you to everybody at lunch, she whispers before going back to doodling on her desk. This is going to be a weird day. Oh, yeah. I really hope I'm at the right place. Command will give me hell if I think I'm AWOL. A few hours later. All the tanks in the classroom start unpacking their lunch bags and heading for the hall. New guy, follow me. I'll show you where the mess hall is. She shouts excitedly from across the hall as she starts skipping away. So there is a tank skipping down a hallway on a way to the mess hall. T-34, God. Why did they give the T... I don't even want to know. Great, she says as she rolls her eyes and follows Sherman down the hallway. You walk into the school's mess hall and already there are tons of students sitting in the various tables together. They're not students, they're tanks, and they're not sitting, they're parked. On the far side of the room, you see Sherman and a few other girls chatting. Across a, once again, shopped stock photo. M4 Sherman, hey, new guy over here. Isn't that about the third or fourth time that's been said to me at this point? You walk over to the group of girls, and one by one, Sherman begins to introduce you. Erwin, meet Panzer IV. Oh, God. You guys have no idea how much I really just want to stop playing right now. And you're a tank too. Nope. Alright. And this cutie is T-34 Cut it out, Sherman. So there's a Panzer IV and a Sherman teasing a T-34 who is called T-Chan. My spine is escaping through my back. She's a little... The amount of cringe in this... shorter than both of us, Sherman and Panzer IV laugh in unison. It's obvious that this isn't the first time that they've had this discussion. I think what they're trying to do... So what, if you're a Panzer IV and she's a T-34, don't you too? We used to have our differences, but we got over it right, T-34. She says, nudging T-34 to speak. Right, who needs European... Alright, that was a decent line. I think what they're trying to do is correspond the heights of the girls with the heights of the tanks, but they've managed to fuck it up because Panzer IV is shorter than a Sherman. A Sherman is a surprisingly tall tank. I'm beginning to think this is some sort of joke. Oh, it is. It seems normal to me. Oh, it's not. Still don't even know why I'm here. I was supposed to be studying armoured warfare and not how to be a tank. Go ask Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. He's so cold. Alright. Panzer IV, follow me, Erwin. We can talk to her sergeant. I don't know, he really doesn't seem to be like the talking type. Is there anybody else? He just seems grumpy, but he's actually really sweet. Are we talking about the same? We are talking about the same person, right? It's only because he was in the war. Wait, he was? As you speak, the sound of a tank motor stalling suddenly roars behind you. Look out. I'm so sorry. Is he okay? You really need to be more careful. You almost crushed him. I know, Senpai, I broke down again and I couldn't stop. It's okay, he's going to be alright. Just don't push yourself so hard, okay? Senpai, he's waking up. Looks like you took quite a fall there. Where am I? Don't worry, you're quite alright. What happened to me? Tiger 1 had a little slip up, her transmission jammed again. You know, you should really wear a helmet when you're around tanks. Didn't you read the field manual? Field manual? Never mind. Anyway, Tiger, come over here. He looks well enough to see you. No. I'm done. Fuck this. I'm done. There's your Panzer Models video. That's it. There will not be another. I'm going to delete the game completely off the computer. Do not ask for it ever again. I will consider issuing bans on my Discord if anybody asks for a second episode. My end of this bargain is done. I apologize to everybody who just watched this video and had to suffer through this. It's bad enough that I did. I hope the rest of your day gets better, and thank you for at least giving me some company. Take care.